are relying on each other far too much for validity or validation. Always seeking outside of ourselves to confirm what we hope or wish is true about us. And in that way, unless you are whole and complete by yourself, you'll never truly see other people for who they are. If you lack confidence and someone comes along and gives you a compliment, it's going to fill you up to that self-confidence level you're desiring or you want. But then, perhaps subconsciously, you're going to begin to rely upon their or another's compliments in order for your self-confidence to be full. And if you don't love yourself and someone comes along and whispers sweet nothings to you, same thing. What happens when that person goes away? It's time to focus much more on only caring of our own validation, or not caring of, but like providing ourselves the validation or whatever it is we are seeking from other people. And this isn't to say that you're not going to have a community or support system or friends that you rely upon. And it's not to say that you're not going to want compliments still, or just confirmation from the exterior world that what you are wanting to communicate about yourself or about your dreams to the world is valid and is wanted and is also cherished. And so those things are perfectly fine coming from other people. The thing is, when you are relying upon them coming from other people in order to feel whole and complete within yourself, you are doing yourself a disservice in multiple ways, actually. And back to the beginning of the video, you're not going to be able to see other people for who they are. You're going to see them for what they provide you. And not only is that not fair or kind to the other person, it doesn't allow you to cultivate healthy relationships, honest relationships, and relationships that are a true match for you in your life, because you're collecting relationships based upon what they're providing you versus just who the other person is. Another way this can do a disservice to you is that you are going to continually wait to get started on creating change, on advancing on something, on reaching your goal, because you're going to rely upon, again, other people to confirm that this is the path you should take. Rely upon other people to confirm that, yes, every step you're taking toward it is the right step to take. So to begin to build the life that you want, the reality that seems like its own heaven on earth, you first and foremost need to validate yourself, your feelings, your goals, your decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis, because we all know that it's those decisions on a day-to-day basis, repeated over time, that ends up creating the end experience. That was a side tangent. So it is time. It is time for you to become your own cheerleader, your own advisor, your own authority, your own validator, your own lover, your own best friend. It is time for you to be the one you've been waiting for. It's time for you to be the one you've been waiting for. That feels good. I like that. Yeah, it's time. Because there's nothing wrong with who you are and what you want. You don't need to be, that doesn't need to be confirmed by other people. But like, why does this even start? Why does this even happen? I mean, there's gajillions of ways, probably. A lot of it stemming from, like just childhood. We always kind of had to ask for permission, and that habit can bleed into adulthood. And we were always told what is right and wrong in the eyes of the person who's telling us right and wrong, not in the universal eyes of right and wrong and not in your own eyes of right and wrong. And so there's plenty of ways as to why we have this tendency to lean toward others, right? But then on top of all of that, it's natural. You have a dream, you care about how it's perceived. You have a you care about how it's perceived, or you're perceived, I should say. It is natural to want the external to confirm what you feel inside, what you're trying to portray. And I just go back to what I think I mentioned earlier. It's not wrong to want those things. It is natural. But it's the needing of those things to feel confident, the needing of those things to get started, the needing of those things to feel worthy is always going to place a reliance upon them for you to feel your best. You're putting those things on a pedestal rather than putting your own opinion about yourself and your dreams on the pedestal. And that's all.